Hey everybody, as always, I hope you're doing well out there. Today I'm going to be doing a quick video to walk you through how to adjust your user profile on your Garmin Instinct watch. Now first let me start by saying I'm using the Garmin Instinct Solar. It doesn't matter if you've got one of the solar versions or non-solar versions of the watch. This video should work the same for everybody. I'm also using the watch as delivered from Garmin. I haven't made any adjustments to any of the hotkeys. So this is something that you should normally set up the minute you turn on your watch straight out of the factory. It should go through a series of questions that build your user profile for you. This is also something that most of these settings can be changed in your Garmin Connect app or on the Garmin Connect website, and it's actually a little bit easier to do it there versus on the watch. However, there's some settings that you'll only see on the watch that you won't see in the Garmin Connect app. Either because there's an error right now or because they just haven't added them to the app at this current time. I'm going to show you this real quick. It's very easy. We're going to press and hold the menu button. We're going to arrow down to settings. We're going to press GPS to select settings. We're going to arrow up or down until we get to user profile. We're going to press GPS to select user profile. And then we've got a couple of different settings we can adjust in here. The first one being your gender. In most cases, if you've got this set up, you're not going to ever need to change it. The only reason this might need to be changed is maybe you bought the watch used from somebody else and you're going through the watch and you're either needing to reset some of the settings or just see what the settings are set on. This is where you can look at that. Your birth year, any of these, if you need to change them, you can just press GPS to go into the year and you can change it accordingly. Your height, your weight. Now this is one that you might need to change if you're doing weight tracking or using the weight widget. I've done a video in the past that walks you through that. You can either change it here and it'll connect to, when you connect to Garmin Connect, it'll update all of your information through Garmin Connect, or vice versa. You can change it in Garmin Connect if you're tracking your weight, and whenever you sync, the weight will adjust automatically on your watch. Wrist orientation is going to be the wrist that you are wearing your watch on. And this is something that you might need to change depending on what you're doing or the activity. I know some people switch back and forth between the right and the left wrist. If you're somebody like me, I wear it on my left wrist. There's never really a need to change this, but if you need to, you can. And then your heart rate. I'm going to go into here. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of details, but the max heart rate is currently set as my value for determining my heart rate. You shouldn't need to enter this. It should be using your heart rate sensor to determine that, but if you know your max heart rate and you wanted to change it, you can update it here. You can also update your resting heart rate and the zones for your heart rate. Again, there's some different settings in here. I've done some videos before on the heart rate widget. You might want to look at that. I'm not going to go into too many details, but for example, maximum heart rate zone is 90 to 100%. You can actually change this. So if I wanted to change my zones, instead of 90 to 100, I can say 80 to 100 is the highest zone. Again, the threshold for zone 4, zone 3, zone 2, zone 1. And then you can reset them back to factory default. Once you're done with all of your user settings, you can just press the back button a couple of times to get back to your main watch face. That's a look at how to adjust your user settings on the watch. Maybe I'll go into the Garmin Connect app and I'll show you how you can change them on the app as well. Okay, so as I mentioned, now I'm on my cell phone. I'm using an Apple device. It shouldn't matter whether you're using Apple or Android. It should be about the same. You're going to want to go into the Garmin Connect app. And when you go in, if you've got it set accordingly, it should automatically start syncing your information from your watch. If you want to adjust your user profile in the Garmin Connect app, you can click at the bottom right, there's 3 dots that say more. If you click that, you can scroll all the way to the bottom and you can click on Garmin devices. And then you can click on your Instinct Solar. You could have also done this just from the main screen by just clicking on your watch. But either way, once you go into here, there's an option for user settings. I'm going to click on user settings and you can see some of the same information that we saw on the watch. Again, my gender, my height, my weight, my date of birth, I can change. The one thing that you don't see in here is your wrist orientation. The heart rate zones is on here as well, but you can't change your wrist that you're wearing your watch on in the Garmin Connect app. Supposedly, according to their website, it should be under your general settings. But you'll notice under my general settings, there's no setting for changing the wrist that you're wearing the watch on. Everything else you can pretty much do here in the Garmin Connect app under your device and user settings. Once you're done, you can go back to the main screen and you've successfully adjusted your user settings using the Garmin Connect web app. As always, I hope this video helps, gives you an idea of how to change your user settings on your watch, as well as on the Garmin Connect app. If you've got any questions, post them in the comments. Be happy to help you out. Thanks for watching.